Senator Monday Okpebholo, has been, the rally cry from him has been, a new Edo has risen. He's quite happy with the opportunity to have been given to serve, and indeed, he's even happier that he has outstripped, anybody in governance before him, just with the sheer volume of the work that has been going on. Much was made, when Senator Okpebholo, took over the reins of power in Edo State, about the fact that very little had been done in the past. Well, it's different now, according to Governor Monday Okpebholo. I mean, do you want to talk about what? Do you want to talk about infrastructure? And then there's the rallying cry from Edo State, a new Edo has arisen. So says Governor Okpebholo, and indeed those in his administration. Will be talking with, well, right now, the governor, he's occupied. He can't really come to any microphone because he's in front of some other microphones, even as we are speaking. But we just wanted to say that, look, 350 days on since he took office, he has reason to celebrate. There's also something of a practical governance, a shine agenda, which is aimed at building a stronger, unified, and more prosperous Edo State.
The developmental strive you are seeing in Edo today is not because I am printing money somewhere. It is because the president has laid a foundation for us. That is why the credit should go first to the president before talking about shine agenda. When we came in, Edo was almost like a war zone, plagued by court killings, kidnapping, armed robbery, and cyber crime. In 2024 alone, we record over 300 court-related killings. These were facts. These were figures of people that died just because somebody wants to kill. We acted decisively, repaired the weak anti-courtism law, passed a stronger one, supplied 60 vans and 40 motorcycles to security agencies, and recruit and train 25,000 officers into the Edo State Security Corps. Let us know Edo will no longer be a safe haven for criminals.
Okay, well, that's one of the speeches. There's another one that I think we could play for you, and center stage here was a former governor of Edo State, who is now a sitting senator. That shouldn't be too difficult, and has also been chairman of APC. He was, let me just leave it at that and play you this.
No issue.
In a move aimed at boosting local commerce and improving the trading environment, Senator Adams Oshomole commissioned 2 newly built markets, the Uchi Market in Auchi and the Jetu Market, both in Isako West local government area. Addressing residents during the event, the former governor emphasized the importance of national unity, urging Nigerians to stand behind President Bola Tinubu in the collective efforts to bring the Renew Hope agenda to life across all states of the Federation.
Regardless of any small argument, must promote unity and pray for our elders and pray for our leaders. Because I grew up to respect the elders and to respect our traditional rulers. That is why when I was in Auchi, we pay our respect to the Otaru. Now we are in Jetu, we are paying our respect to Eugenemi of Zairui. Everywhere we go, we want to ensure that the people are united. Lastly, I said, today is for the market women. Today is not for the party leaders. Party leaders, we always have our meetings. But today is to tell the ordinary market woman they are the one who vote. They don't have to have party card. What they need is just PVC. And even if those who didn't vote for us before, in future they will vote for us.
For traders and residents, the newly constructed market marks a major relief, providing a safer, cleaner and more conducive space for daily business activities while protecting goods from harsh weather conditions.
The women, they are happy. They are proud of our senator. We are proud of him, and we say thank you to him. We are happy to see that he has brought this like this to us. One in Jetu and some other places in the whole of Edo.
With projects like these, Senator Oshomole says his focus remains on empowering local economies and ensuring Edo North continues to benefit from the dividends of democracy. Valentine Osumbo, TVC News, Auchi, Edo North.
Okay, well, thank you very much. And as I said, celebrating the first anniversary of the Monday Okpebholo administration in Edo State. All sorts of activities are going on, and shortly we'll be able to speak with the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Prince Kasim Afebwa. But call in if you want. Call in if you want to speak about developments in Edo State. You know, it looks like things, especially in the area of education, the area of infrastructure, all of these things have been done in recent times, and the administration is pretty proud of it. You heard the governor speaking there. In fact, I hear that the commissioner, Prince Kasim Afebwa, is actually ready to take us on. A fine morning to you, Honorable Prince Kasim Afebwa, Commissioner for Information and Strategy, to give you the whole title. What is going on now? It looks like there's a slight issue, but...
Can you hear me?
Okay, now, yes, I can hear you. I suspect there's a delay, so I'm going to really give some pauses at the end of our speeches. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Uncle Yori. How are you?
Very well, sir. Thank you very much. Well, I can see that you're all in festive moods over there. And I was just recounting that Senator Monday Okpebholo and his, well, shall I say it's a catchphrase, a new Edo has risen. Is that indeed the case? A new Edo has risen?
No, rebuilding a new Edo. We are rebuilding. Yes, a new Edo has risen was the slogan for the campaign, but now we are rebuilding a new Edo.
Oh, okay.
When we came on board, and we saw the rots and the decay in infrastructure in Edo State. In order to restore Edo to its previous glory, we needed to rebuild, and that's what the governor is doing in different, segments of the Edo population, different aspects of life. The security aspect, the health aspect, infrastructure, natural resources, and education.
Well, I see. So are things going according to plan? I mean, in terms of the roadmap you would have set yourselves, I know that with a person like you on board, there will be actual checkpoints. So how well is Edo doing at this stage? Is it meeting up?
Edo is doing fantastically well. Under Senator Monday Okpebholo, Edo is doing fantastically well. I can assure you that yesterday, quite a number of opinion holders, stakeholders, students, market women, party chieftains, traditional rulers, doctors, teachers, all assembled at the Itowaifo Hall for a celebration and a critical review of where we have taken the state to. We were able to capture the audience when they listened to the 30-minute documentary that was played, which encapsulated the projects and the intervention the governor has put in place in the last 365 days. Today we are continuing with a praise worship at the Samuel Okpebholo Stadium, and also the Muslims will also have, an event for him. Every segment of the Edo population are keen into the Okpebholo administration because they see honesty, they see transparency, they see prudent management of resources, they see integrity in public office, and they see a very solid due process approach to public finances. And so we may not have captured the entire essence of what we intend to do, but we have set a very solid foundation that will take us to the next level. And that's why we say we are rebuilding a new Edo to recalibrate, what Edo used to be in the days of yore. Now, there's unity in the state. For the first time in the history of this state, the Omonaba Oba Ewari II visited us and participated in the 4-hour program at the Towaifo Hall. It has never happened. That kind of royal endorsement, is something that was so unique, so cerebral, for us. And that is to tell you that the governor is carrying every segment of the Edo population along. The traditional rulers were there in their numbers. The Omonoba was seated for 4 hours, listening to what we had to give. There was a colloquium addressed by quite a number of scholars. Vice Chancellor of the University of Benin was our guest speaker, and other scholars drawn from across the divide. The Director General of the National Orientation Agency, Larissa Onilu, was also there. Shegun Showumi was also there as one of the speakers. So we were able to interrogate, all the dynamics, all the intricacies, and and dynamics of governance with respect to putting Edo in perspective, discussing the issues and setting an agenda that will chart the roadmap for the next 365 days again. Okay. So we are home and dry. The unity pervading the state is something to talk about. Before now, it used to be altercations, quarrels, factions, and all of that in the opposition party. Even as we speak, they are still in tatters. But this time, the governor has been able to marry the traditional rulers, opinion holders, stakeholders with the thinking of government. And so that way he's able to look at the issues confronting him and is able to address them appropriately.
And it's interesting that you spent quite a bit of time on this fact that the Oba of Benin actually was there. There seemed there seemed to be, when you think of it, there seemed to be some, I don't know how to put it delicately, misunderstanding as far as the last administration was concerned. I don't think the Oba was particularly impressed, and that was a problem. That was going to be a problem. But you say you're now rebuilding Edo. Does it mean that there wasn't very much to build up on from the last administration?
Don't forget that the last governor, the previous governor, Governor Basaki, was in altercations with the monarchy.
Yes.
And for us, we saw that as abominable, because in the history and tradition of the Great Benin Kingdom, you don't question an Oba. That is what we inherited. And the present Oba, who happens to be a very cerebral personality, who was a seasoned diplomat, been ambassador to several countries, Rome, Sweden, and quite a number of others, understands what should exist between government and traditional institutions. And the role they play is to build some kind of buffer for governors in place to ensure that policies and programs are well implemented, informations are well disseminated to their subjects, and that way supporting government to realize its vision. But in the case of the previous government, there was quarrel, ding-dong affair over the issue of artifacts, over the issue of who takes possession, who does not take possession. And that way, the previous governor almost tried to balkanize the kingdom, trying to provoke, kings in other local governments, which was an abomination, to to the Benin Kingdom. But thank God that this governor came, Senator Monday Okpebholo, he's been able to correct all of that, restore the full rights and privileges to the Oba of Benin, and also in sync with him, with his aspirations, in order to carry everybody along. We are grateful that we have such a robust relationship, symbiotic relationship that understands the limits and expectations of the people. We're able also to create that kind of tranquility, serene environment that will naturally provoke some level of solidarity as we move along. Because if you are distracted, you are likely not going to be able to pursue your aspirations, with equanimity. So I can tell you for free that Edo is right now solidly, on the right cruise.
Indeed. And the governor has been speaking about his pride at the progress in infrastructure. I'm reading here: infrastructure, education, healthcare, agriculture, and security. The governor has pointed out that his administration has actually performed beyond expectation. The governor wasn't overstating anything.
Uncle Yori, yes, Uncle Yori, you need to understand that when you have a heart to deliver on your promise to the people, you can only be head down when you don't have resources. And the governor has repeatedly said the increased allocation from the Federation account, occasioned by the removal of fuel subsidy, and the performance of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in ensuring that more money goes to the state, is also a motivation for increased activities in the different sectors of the Edo economy. First and foremost, the governor has been able to up the internally generated revenue. We inherited 5.5 billion because of all manners of stealing, and financial malfeasance. So he's been able to plug all of those. We are doing between 9 to 10 billion monthly. When you marry that with what we get from the Federation account, he's able to intervene in some of these critical sectors, like the infrastructure you talked about, particularly area of education. Mm-hmm. In the last 365 days, we'll be able to intervene in about 68 schools that were grounded in an era where they were talking about Edo Best. But these schools were grounded. The previous governor was taking 160 million naira every month to give to consultants, because also will have the children under leaking roofs, no chair, no table. They will lump them in the classroom. Teachers will take their time to come and deliver lecture notes and all of that to them.
All of that has been fixed. All of that has been fixed now. Okay, one moment, Prince. One moment, Prince.
It is still ongoing because there are quite a number of. It is still ongoing because there are quite a number of schools that are suffering for those kind of decay and rot.
And you intend to reach them too. Okay.
We are going to. It is a holistic approach to ensuring that no school is left in that state of rot and decay.
Let me.
You can only teach your pupils under an atmosphere that is conducive for learning, not under an atmosphere where even the safety of the children are not guaranteed.
Okay, let me bring on Elder David, who has been waiting for quite a while in Alimosho. Good morning, Elder David.
Good morning, sir. Yori.
Good morning, sir.
With my due respect to Okpebholo. Good morning, Yori.
Good morning. Good morning, Elder. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Yori. God bless you.
Amen, sir.
God will bless you for good work you are doing for Yori.
Thank you very kindly, sir.
With due respect to Okpebholo, my brother, Okpebholo, thank you. Everything he's telling you is very correct. You see, when God ordained a leader, we thank our God.
Elder, is your television volume at zero?
God has ordained him there like Tinubu, just like Awolowo. Yes, those are the people God have ordained to. Let me tell you, if you know the problem,
Elder David, Elder David, I don't want to cut you off, but your television is on.
Awolowo created that place and make it one of the best in the whole West.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Elder David. I appreciate your calling. We can't continue because, unfortunately, you couldn't hear as I was trying to say that the fact that you're listening off your television set was causing confusion. So please, your television set needs to be muted. You know, Elder David, you're quite a regular caller, and this is also letting other people.
I was hearing him very loud and clear. I'm surprised that you weren't hearing him at the studio.
No, okay, we were hearing him, but we were also hearing some latency. We were hearing some things that had been said before. But, well, our thanks to Elder David. He always does call in, and I think he's very pleased about what's going on in Edo and wanted to add his own, insight to it. Now, Governor Okpebholo has been dropping some big numbers, I'm told here, because there's 10,000 plus jobs created, more than 10,000 jobs created, and a 1 billion naira interest-free loan scheme for small businesses. Talk to me about that.
Yeah. You see,
okay. Before you go, Prince, before you launch, another person has called in. Joshua in Irewolide, good morning to you, sir.
Obiori, good morning, sir. And,
thank you for calling.
Good morning to your guest. Prince
Okpebholo. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I really, I'm happy about Edo State. I'm not in Edo State, but this governor in particular, I'm interested in him for a reason I cannot even say, because he seemed to have come out like an underdog. When he was in the Senate, we didn't hear much about him. But when he now came out, and he happens to be a grassroots person, and he began to make news in a very, very good manner, is very, very impressive. And you see, this is what governance is about. It's not about speaking good English and all this parading all manners of whatever credentials people are talking about. And at the end of the day, people don't get the services delivered to them. This man just quietly says what he wants to say, and he goes into the field working. It's obvious that, governance is not rocket science. If you can connect to your people, you will feel their need. You will be able to touch those areas that deliver service to them. And this thing is not, I don't think there should be any fight about it, as it were. Once you serve the people, they will serve you back. That's what I'm seeing about Edo State. I just want to appeal to him and to his group that they should please maintain that cohesion, maintain that camaraderie of working together and not be distracted, so that the people will be served. They will feel the touch of governance in a way that they will not forget. That's what is good for Nigeria. When it's happening in the state, it's happening in the local government, it's happening at the federal, it will cover up everyone. And I think I give him kudos, give his team kudos, and so please press on. Don't allow any political fight over any matter of money and all that. Divide them. They should keep the focus and deliver service to the people. Thank you very much, Obiori.
Appreciate you. Well, Honorable Commissioner, you heard that. I'm sure that must have gladdened your heart.
Fantastic delivery. Fantastic delivery by Joshua. I couldn't agree more. Because,
exactly.
The true test of leadership is being able to deliver on your campaign promise in order to bridge the nexus between performance and promise. When you promise something, you deliver on it. When you are unable to deliver, there has to be explanation why you are unable to deliver on your promise. But in this case, we are doing so well. You were talking about the 10,000.
Yes, yes, 10,000 plus jobs.
Out of that 10,000, we've got about 5,000 teachers that were placed on cash out before, now, absorbed into the Edo civil service. Now into the Edo civil service. And from there, we recruited 2,500 persons into the Edo security corps. Train them. They went through training by the military security platform, and they've since been deployed to the respective 18 local governments across the state. Then from there, we have also recruited close to about 1,000 persons into the Edo civil service, because when we came on board, we saw a lot of stagnation. People were not promoted, people were retired. Then the civil service were literally abandoned, because most of what Obaseki did was purely on recruitment of consultants, for which 41 agencies were registered doing the business of civil service in Edo State. It was quite a ridiculous situation. And those who call themselves technocrats, just like Joshua said, should be able to wake up to their responsibility of doing things that they preach. In this case, we saw a reversal of roles. Rather than a state driven by an active, vibrant, utility-driven civil service, we saw a civil service that was in comatose. So in order to revive that civil service, you need to inject new blood, recruit strong men with skills, and ensure that they live up to their responsibilities.
Okay, I tell you what, Prince. Prince, I beg your pardon for jumping in. I must go on a break now, but please stay right there. We'll be right back. Okay, the Monday Okpebholo administration in Edo State is a year old. It's coming up. We're talking about a 350-day. As you know, there are what? How many days in a year? 352, is it? Can't remember, but yeah. So they benchmarked it at 350, and ceremonies, festivities are still ongoing. I think yesterday, today, something of the grand finale. Our guest is a member of that administration, a very important member, is the Honorable Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Prince Kazeem Afegbua. He's our guest today, and just before we went on break, he was talking to us about the 10,000 plus jobs, half of which went to teachers in the state. And as he was speaking, I was sort of taken aback that, what, are you saying that all of those jobs that are now in place, there used to be vacancies in the past administration. There used to be vacuums in the past administration. So it seems to me that a heck of a lot has been done. But also, Prince,
yes.
Well, Prince, as you are talking to us, everybody wants to talk about Edo State. Okay, Yakub, Mr. Yakub, good morning.
Yeah,
let me not delay you.
Thank you for not doing that, sir. Thank you very much, and good morning once again, and good morning to our guest,
Prince Afegbua.
Mr. Kazeem Afegbua.
He's Prince Afegbua. He's Prince Kazeem Afegbua.
My prince is my mentor. He's someone that I follow so much. And then before I say something, Chifiori,
yes.
Joke apart. After Okpebholo being a governor of Edo State, I think the next person should be Mr. Prince Kazeem Afegbua, because he knows what he's doing. I've been following him for a while now.
But we've not opened the campaign season, no.
I'm not open campaign season. I'm talking my mind, sir. Please, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that. This person I love so much. But I will say that. Let's go back to the topic.
Let us concentrate on the governor we have.
Yeah, the governor of Edo State, he talk less, and then he do more.
Okay.
He is one of the governors I've ever seen in this country. You hardly see him talking everywhere on social media and everywhere. The guy is just been working. And remember when the campaign is going on, some people in the Edo State, I don't want to mention their name, but because they are nowhere to be found again, they were saying you cannot speak English. What is the essence of speaking English without working? This is the person, a senator. Somebody, it is ridiculous. Then somebody say a senator, incumbent senators at that time that's trying to be a governor of a state. You are not saying you cannot speak English. Do we really need English? Somebody that is not speaking English, and then look at the among us work that is
indeed remarkable work that the governor has done. But that's part of what the prince was. That's part of what the commissioner was just explaining to us. We must move on.
Look at the way the governor even unite the king of the state. The king of the state. And then before now, we see a governor that is dropping a sand in the front of the National Assembly of the state, dropping a sign, do all sorts of things, control the state by a 4-member. I could never remember something like that could happen in a state in this country, but that's happened. But now, thank God, we have a very working government in that state. And then I believe other state that is underworking, they will take the clue from that. And then in our Ogun State, I pray somebody like this call me after this present governor of Ogun State. I pray for somebody like this. In presence of somebody I don't want to mention, so that I will not say that I'm campaigning again. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Prince, finally, I hope you understand. Everybody wants to identify with Edo State nowadays.
No, but it's good. What he said with respect to talking less and doing more. He has been very instructive in the leadership style and pattern of the governor of Edo State.
Okay.
He's a man who is very humble, very collected. You know, he knows how to network the grassroots. He has a rich dose of emotional intelligence. He doesn't talk too much, but he believes in action. He visited a school some time ago, and the children cried out that our school is bad, looking rooms and all of that, no chairs, no table. In 6 weeks, Uncle Yori,
I remember. We spoke about that, remember? Yes.
So, and he has extended and expanded the scope of work. He's doing flyovers. 2 are on the line now. One will be finished in April 2026, the other later in the year of 2026. So if a man is recovering roads, recovering hospitals that were bad, he has built over 60 primary healthcare centers across the 3 senatorial districts. He's also constructing road infrastructure. He's doing agriculture. He's working in education. In fact, every critical sector of the Edo economy is receiving attention. And so such a man will only be encouraged. That is why you saw yesterday that the Oba of Benin physically came to celebrate with the governor.
Now that is something. That is something. No
governor has enjoyed that kind of recognition.
You're right. Let me bring someone else on. I don't know why everybody just wants to comment on Edo now. Everybody, like retired AIG Durosimi.
Success has a lot of cousins.
Many relatives. Dr. Durosimi, good morning to you, sir. Go ahead.
Good morning, Uncle Yori. I want to congratulate all Edo people for having a soft-spoken governor, but that's action-packed. But I want to draw the attention of the governor to security. Edo State is like the heartbeat. It's just like a gateway. Gateway to the north, gateway to the south, gateway to the east, and gateway to the west. I want to actually empower the Commissioner of Police more and have something like a rapid response force, the one we have in Lagos, so that people passing through Edo State will be having it good. So far, so good. It's not for now, but we can still improve on it. Let's have a strong security outfit to be piloted, by the Commissioner of Police of Edo State.
Okay.
With that cooperation, Edo State becomes safer. Then agriculture. Edo State is blessed with fertile agricultural land, especially in the area of oil palm. We can get more money from oil palm. I want to encourage the governor to bring in investors to come and invest in oil plantations in Edo State. And another thing God gave Edo State, Edo North is good in what I call citrus. That is pineapple. They can do pineapple. They can actually do it in a commercial scale. That can become an export product.
All right.
We must not neglect agriculture.
Okay.
I want to congratulate Edo people again for the job well done by the governor. Thank you.
Dr. Durosimi, thank you very much. You've been missing in action for a few days, but when you reached Edo State now, you came back on action. Okay. Prince, there you go. Everybody now loves Edo State.
Yes, success is a very sweet taste in the mouth. Let me assure Dr. Durosimi that the intervention the governor is putting in the area of security is the reason why crimes and criminalities have not overtaken the state. They're going by what we inherited when we came on board. I can assure you that the kind of things that the governor has provided to support the police, civil defense, DSS, and other security paramilitary organizations, they are quite commendable. And one of them is the fact that when he came on board, rather than use the practice of putting Sienna vehicles as security apparatus, he bought 60 Hilux vans and handed over.
Okay. I think there's a slight bandwidth situation there as we are
to the police.
Okay.
And we have set up, you have in other places, we have bought motorbikes to assess the nooks and crannies of villages where vehicular mobility will be somewhat cumbersome. About 400 motorcycles were bought about 3 weeks ago and handed over to the police. So when you have incidences of corruption, incidences of crimes, kidnapping, and what have you, the urgency for police to arrive at those spots has been enhanced. So we are not saying that there's end to insecurity, but we have made an appreciable impact in arresting the situation. That is why people can still go to their farms, they can still travel across the state. What you have are pockets of kidnapping here and there, because our intervention in the area of cultism has also elicited some level of international attention. People now come from different parts of the world wanting to talk to him that, how is he doing that? How is he able to fulfill all of that? So it's a work in progress. That's what we said, rebuilding Edo. We can have it all done in 365 days. Even in 8 years, we will not be able to finish the entire problems we encounter. But that we are intervening and we are also trying to reconstruct the state is a statement that is loaded in facts and figures.
Indeed.
So we want to appeal to Edo people to continue to support the governor. Wherever we make mistakes, we'll appeal, we'll correct the mistakes. Wherever we have done well, people should commend us. If you are opposition, you want to play opposition, be constructive in your criticism, don't be destructive, because the overwhelming interest and the overriding interest of all of these interventions is for the good people of Edo State, not just for the governor alone.
Indeed.
If things are better for us, it is for all of us. If things are bad, it is for all of us. So just like they say poverty does not know religion, does not know color, does not know race, does not know where you're coming from. Poverty is poverty. And when you see a government that is intervening and doing things to correct some of these societal ills, you naturally have to support him, encourage him, motivate him to do more. So for me, the governor gave 1 billion interest-free loan to market women. That for me is a motivation, it's a stimulant, whether you like it or not, because they will be able to trade with that money and also make more profit. And because there is no interest attached to it, the level of success of that particular program will be further enhanced.
Indeed.
Aside from that, he also gave 1 billion naira for bursary and set up the bursary office, appointed somebody to manage that. He didn't even promise all of this during his campaign, but he's doing that because these are existential issues that have to do with support. Don't forget that there is a NAFOM program from the federal government for students. So he is doing bursary in line with also deepening the conversation around NAFOM.
Okay, so let me quickly, I beg your pardon, Prince. I've got to interrupt. Prince, I know there's so much to tell about. I understand it, but be aware that people from all over the place, all over the country, seem to also want to be registering their commentary as well. I have Akerele from, help me out there, Akerele from Jos. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Okuyori.
Good morning. Thank you for calling in.
It's a pleasure getting you again after a long while.
We're delighted to have you.
Prince Okpebholo, I have to thank you very much. And the new governor, getting old now, but I have to thank Governor Okpebholo. You see, when you have a success like this, and some of us who have been wailing quietly, and we are seeing all these things, we will be happy to talk. That is why I'm talking this morning. You see, Edo State shouldn't be as it was before. When the governor came and then moved from APC to PDP or something like that, we are not talking about party this time around. But we have to talk about who the cap fit. You see, some people come into these governors, not that maybe it's just they just stray to come into governance. Because you have all what it takes. You can speak big grammar and all those things. You can be agreeable to you. But somebody cannot, maybe cannot even speak primary 6, will do better than you. So I don't think that Okpebholo is a dormant. He was in the house, and I quite commend him when he was there, because a lot of bid was sponsored then. I cannot remember it now, but maybe subsequently I will be able to tell you some of those he sponsored.
Okay.
One of these things that was very good.
So,
now, you see, you cannot talk about what we call moving forward without having roads. Success in Edo State is because of those roads. If you buy a lot of cars, or maybe you buy a whole company of cars and bring it to Edo State without road, what is it called? The military, or maybe the security cannot be over what you call it, be loud. So, but he has done so many things that what is it called? Energize all these things. And the school he's doing, oh God, I pray for him that God will let him do more. And
all
the
right.
road, to open up the road so that everybody will be there. When Edo State was in a shrink water like that, we were not happy, because Edo State, we know where it's supposed to be.
Mr. Akirili, I got to thank you very much for calling in. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate your call. Prince, there's so much commendation going on, but on that school area, I also see in front of me my notes here, the Ambrose Ali University's monthly subvention has bumped up from 41 million to 500 million. 41 million to 500 million. Is that a typo? Is that a typographical error?
Those who call themselves technocrats, who are good speakers of the English language, they speak Queen's English. They also know how to use Queen's English to defraud the state. If you can kill the initiatives, creativity, and even the status of an ivory tower in a manner that you underfund them, just because you want to get at them or some of the lecturers who don't like your face, then you are killing the whole essence of education. Before we came on board, lecturers in Ambrose Ali were being owed over 16 months' salary, because what gets to them is 41 million naira every month, which is a pittance. But the consultant who was recruited was getting 57 million naira monthly. That is the irony of the Obaseki scenario. And it's quite unfortunate. I love the last speaker who said that people try to denigrate the governor. Oh, he can't speak English, he can't do this, can't do that. But today, he's doing more than what those who think they can speak the big English, did. The governor has increased that 41 million naira monthly to 500 million naira, and he's taking it to.
You see how this thing happens. You see,
as a
sorry, could you say that part again, please? Prince, from 41 million to 500, and you say that's not the end. He's actually aiming higher than that 500.
We are taking it from 500 million. We are taking it from 500 million to 1 billion naira. The governor has promised that he's going to do that at some point, so that we can recover the lost glory of the state university that has trained the likes of Pastor Yakilome, Tony Elumelu, and all these big names. They all went through Ambrose Ali University. So instead of trying to kill the initiative of a university that should be producing sound academics, like Obaseki did, the governor has taken a different route, set up a governing council chairman by Chief Dan Obi, vice chairman of PDP South Zone, to preside over that council. And if you go there now, you will see the kind of intervention they are putting into that university. That is not enough. Another state university, the Edo University at Iyamo, which Obaseki never paid one kobo as subvention in his 8 years in office. We are paying 250 million subvention every month to that particular university. That's almost 750 million every month to the two universities. Aside from that, we have Usain Polytechnic, Ekeadolo College of Education. Obaseki stopped them 3 good years from operating, on the streets. Governor Okpebholo has paid all their outstanding payments.
Wow. And this is only...
So when you see people calling and they are happy about what's happening in Edo, it is because the governor is responding to the
the audio has gone one kind, Prince, but nevertheless, we did get, clearly 99% of what you are saying. So I want to thank you very much, Prince, because we've rushed you a bit. I just reported to our viewers that you were actually, busy with some other communication exercise, and we had to get you here. So thank you very much, Prince Kasim Afegbua, Honorable Commissioner for Information and Strategy in the Monday Okpebholo administration that has just seen the first year. If we're talking about all of this in the first year, Lord knows what the second year is going to be like, not to talk of the third and the fourth year once this once this tempo is sustained. So, Prince Kasim Afegbua, I thank you very much, as always, for coming on the program. Oh, okay, we're going to have to leave it there. There seem to be some technical issues. We can't hear him very well. But please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I am Yori Folani. Bye-bye for now.